Today we are going to be making one of my favorite outfits from the Hogwarts Legacy video game, the Crossed Wands Champion outfit. My character has been running around in this outfit basically since I unlocked it because, I don't know, I just really like it. So I thought I would have a go at making it. Let's get started on some pants.
I decided to start with the pants because they are arguably the most boring part of this project and I wanted to get it out of the way. The pattern I decided to use was the Ren Jeans pattern from Mood Fabrics. This is a free pattern available on the Mood website, and while they do have some great projects available on there, I would not recommend them if you're a beginner or if you're looking to use a new technique you might not have tried before. I had never sewn a fly front zipper before using this pattern, and it was a roller coaster of emotions. I could do a whole video on mood patterns, but I'll just say that while this pattern did fit pretty well, the instructions were awful and I had multiple crash outs.
There's literally no notches. What? You know, there's actually no notches.
Great way to start a new project. Anyway, moving on, I did need to do a few fit adjustments, particularly around the legs. This is a flared jean pattern and they definitely live up to that name. So I decided to pull them in slightly at the knees and less into the flare so they would fit a bit better inside the boots I'd chosen for this costume. I will also note that before even cutting this pattern out, I had taken 5 inches off the pattern around the thigh area and they were still too long. I am completely average height at 5'4" or 5'5", so just take that into account if you ever decide to make these pants. Right, with the pants done, I moved on to making the top. The pattern I decided to use was a ruffle neck blouse from Legala. I'm not 100% sure how to say it, sorry. The only alteration that I ended up making was to add a little flounce to the end of each sleeve. And once I had cut out all of my pattern pieces, I started to draw on the blue grid on the fabric. I searched high and low for the exact fabric for this top and could not find anything close, unless of course I spent my life savings getting something shipped from overseas. So I decided to DIY the fabric, given I wasn't planning on wearing this top very often or for very long. I tried a few different methods and ultimately decided on just drawing the blue stripes with a pen. It did work surprisingly well, just don't ask what my armpits looked like after sweating through a couple hours of a con. The shirt itself came together pretty quickly. I did struggle a little bit with adding the ruffle. This particular pattern was not originally written in English, so some of the instructions were a little bit confusing, but with a little bit of trial and error I got there in the end and I'm really happy with how it turned out. Moving on to my favourite part, I started making the corset. I decided to create my own pattern from scratch using the duct tape method. I started by making one half of the front before transferring it to some scrap calico to make a mock-up. It did fit pretty decently, but I decided to take the sides in a bit and add a little bit of length here and there. Then I used my mannequin to draft the back of the corset using the exact same method. I tried the entire mock-up on using safety pins to hold the ties, and then once I was happy with the fit, I unpicked it and used it as my pattern for the final piece. I originally wanted to make the whole thing out of denim, but the jeans I decided to cut up weren't quite big enough, so I decided to make the centre front out of denim and then the rest using a complementary blue drill fabric. I decided to quilt the centre front piece with some silver thread to give it a little bit more dimension like you can see in the reference photo, and then sewed it all together the same way I did the mock-up. I added a bit of boning down the front to help with structure and then bound all of the outer edges with some bias tape made with that same blue fabric. I put some grommets down the back and then tied the back together with some twill tape and I was done! The final touches were adding this green tartanish looking fabric along with a brown belt that I already had in my wardrobe, a little bag, my boots, and of course my wand. And here is the final cosplay.
So what have I learned from doing this cosplay? Well, first of all, I'd never made a corset before, so that was fun. Yeah, I had a lot of fun with this one. I definitely had a lot of fun with this one. and it's definitely making me want to play through Hogwarts Legacy again. So that is the Hogwarts Legacy Crossed Wands Champion cosplay complete. Let me know what you think and stick around to see what we do next. Bye!